going on, Jerome's? So Minnesota Vikings tight end TJ Hockenson is a top 3 tight end in the game, and he's not 3. And can't wait to have him back on this offense. Hockenson, a.k.a. the logo. Just so think about it. Hockenson, Addison, Reisner back. Baby, we're going to have a stew going, right? Of course, Hockenson is up on blocks right now because of dirty Kirby Joseph tearing the ACL and MCL late last season. And it's unfortunate because Hockenson was on the path for a 100 and 1,000 season, which would have been a huge career milestone. And he still might get it this year, depending on when he returns. But the Vikings, Kevin O'Connell, have been very cautious about serious injuries, especially early in the season. You look at Brian O'Neill from the partially torn Achilles. You look at Justin Jefferson from the hamstring. And it makes sense that they're going to give Hockenson the time to heal, right? So he's on the PUP for training camp and preseason, started on the regular season PUP, so missing at a minimum 4 games. But when is he going to be back? So that's the main question, where he is eligible to return week 5 against the Jets. But as we've said, I don't like it. Give him an extra week through the bye and get him ready at home against the Detroit Lions. Revenge game, his former squad, as well as against Dirty Kirby Joseph. Yeah, that's it. Ben Gessling Strip seems to agree. This is from Purple Persuasion. Gessling, quote, yeah, I mean, that seems reasonable. Hockenson returns after the bye week. I don't. It won't be before then, I don't think. London, their previous experience there should not leave a ton of confidence in that turf. It feels like after the bye, probably seems like a reasonable time frame. Here's what bothers me. So, Lewis Cine, his foot clearly got caught in the turf and then had the compound fracture on his leg. If it had been natural grass or one of the more modern football-specific turfs, I don't think it does that, right? So, the fact that the Vikings are playing there 2 years after this happened, where's the complaint? Where's the NFLPA? Where's the competition committee? Oh, silencio? Oh, because you're getting paid a boatload of money? Nah, it happens, man. But yeah, Vikings do play the Jets and the Tossers of Tottenham Bell End Stadium. So I've said it a bunch. Like it doesn't really make sense to rush him back for week 5, even though he would be eligible to return. Now, what you can do is you can kickstart the 21-day practice window. So he could practice all Jets week. He could practice over the bye. He could practice a week for the Lions game, and then activate him right before October 20th, week 7 game against the Lions. I think that probably is going to be the best course of action. So the Vikings haven't announced their London travel schedule yet, but what's likely to happen is what happened a couple years ago, where the Vikings had a couple practices here, flew out Thursday, Friday over to London, and then came back right after the game. I think that's probably what's going to happen. So Hockenson could benefit from a couple practices here. Like, even if he's close to 100%, I mean, I know he wants to travel with the team. I know it's an experience, but may as well just keep him here. But remains to be seen. But either way, the Vikings tight end depth took a hit with Nick Muse, who is a great third tight end, great on special teams as well. Broken hand on IR, designated for return. And again, he recovered that onside kick against the Niners with the broken hand. Football guy. Josh Oliver has been great blocking, had a couple nice catches too. Johnny Munt's been chipping in with a couple receptions as well. You do have Robert Tonyan and N'Keal Harry on the practice squad. You're probably going to see one of those guys elevated Sunday for the Texans, and then probably against the Packers next Sunday as well. Then also you got Sammis Reyes, international pathway player. You down with IPP? Yeah, you know me. So the Vikings, they still have decent tight end depth, so they don't necessarily need to sweat it over these next couple games, but like we said, once Hockenson is back, he will be 100%. He will be a full go, and he's going to be a part of the – like, O'Connell's not going to bring him back. It's like, hey, we're going to play you 15 snaps, and here's your suite of plays. Now, when Hockenson is back, he's going to be back, and it's going to be glorious. Like we said, Hockenson, Addison, Reisner back for depth as well as options on the interior offensive line. Let's go. Let's go, man. But your thoughts are thoughts. When should TJ Hockenson return? He's eligible week 5 against the Jets, but no. Bring him back week 7 against the Lions. The NFL script writers couldn't write it any better. Woo! Going for 9 for $135 and 2 against Dirty Kirby Joseph and the Lions, dropping the full Darjeeling blend, teabagging. Love it. Love it, man. Your thoughts are thoughts. Yeah, you know what to do. Skull, production value.